Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. In today's video, we're talking about animation, and in this case, we're talking about text animations. Canva have just launched some really great new looking kind of like text animations, some that you used to have a workaround before, including kind of like typewriter text. But let's dive into Canva and have a look at what text effects they've added. For those of you that are new here, my name is Darren Meredith. I'm a Canva certified creative and also a Canva creator. I create content directly on that you can find on Canva. That's templates and things like that. I'll put a link down below to my templates so you can check them out. But let's dive into Canva and have a look at these text animations that we're going to create today. Okay, so you may or you may not be aware that you can actually animate text in Canva. Many people do ask, can I animate text in Canva? And the answer is yes, you can. There's many ways that you can do this. But the easiest way is just to create a template. This is just a blank template here, and I've just come in and just added some text in here in a box. Now, once you've added your text, the easiest way you can animate this is just to highlight the actual text box and come up to the text box and click on the animate option here. And by clicking on that animate option here, you'll be presented with a whole world of different text animations that you can apply to that text box. Now, some of the new ones that we've added, we've now got a typewriter, so it looks like each letter individually is coming on. This is a really great text effect that you can now find in Canva, and it's there for free users as well as pro users. It's not just a pro exclusive. You'll see down the bottom here, there are some that have this little crown next to them, so you've kind of got this little drift, baseline, tectonic, which is very similar to the drift option. I'm not quite sure of the difference between those two options here, but you've got stomp, pop, neon and scrapbook. But some of the really funky ones that I'm going to look at today are the typewriter one, and I'm going to also combine that with the neon effect and create this really cool kind of like neon sign kind of effect. Another question that gets asked about text is whether you can add text effects and then animate that text with the text effects on there. And the answer is yes, you can animate text in Canva with text effects. So all you'd want to do is, if you wanted to add an effect to this one, you can just come in and you can add the text effect, and then, you know, whichever one it is that you want to do, you might want to have a hollow or a neon kind of text effect. And I'm going to pick a slightly better colour on here. Let's choose a bright pink, or should green or blue. Let's go for a blue. It's a bit blurry obviously because it's a neon effect, and it'd probably look better if I did change that background to something that was a bit more like that. And then you can just change with the intensity of the neon text effect. But once we've added the text effect, you can still come over and you can click on animate, and that will then add the animation to your text for you, whichever text effect it is that you want to create or add to your text. You can add that in there. You've got roll, you've got this really funky kind of like skate kind of like effect. I really like that one. And the typewriter one is one of my favorites, that and the neon effect. Now, being able to combine text effects and text animations gave me this really great idea for a neon sign. So what I've done is I've just going to jump over to this text over here. It just says I'm logged in there. My computer just rebooted. Let me just refresh that page for a second. It's just going to come up with this. Ignore that. That's because it thinks I'm still logged in with my other different accounts at the moment. But what we've got is we've got this just basic sign, if you like, and I thought to myself, well, how about if we added the text effect in there? So we've got a neon effect and a typewriter effect, and you'll see sometimes with neon signs kind of like they have this kind of like each letter comes on and then it kind of like flickers, goes off, and then each letter comes on, just kind of like a normal kind of like neon sign that you might see in the streets or something like that. And I'm going to change this background to a darker background. That's not black, that's black. Just kind of makes it look a bit different. As I say, ignore this kind of like green box that's around here. But what we've got on here is we've got this typewriter effect, and we've also got our neon effect on there. And on the bottom one, I've not animated that. I've just animated the begin kind of like element there. And I'm just going to choose a different color for that one as well. So what should we go with? Let's go with this kind of like purpley. Yeah, let's go with this purpley kind of like look. And now you can see, to change the duration of this effect, you actually change the editing or the timing on the page. So I've clicked on the background here, and I can change this from 5 seconds all the way down to half a second or 0.1 seconds if I wanted to. So it's too fast to even play that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this down to 2 seconds and just click on the play button, and you'll see it kind of like comes in there, and it comes on, oops, and it ends at around about just over 1 second. So if I want to change that down, actually I'm going to change that down to about 1.5 seconds. So 1.5 seconds, and then that kind of like comes on, and that's it, it ends. And I thought, hang on a minute, what about if I duplicate this page? So I'm going to duplicate this page now, and then this time, instead of the typewriter effect, I'm going to add in this neon effect. Now, because I've duplicated that page and it's already at 1.5 seconds, then it's going to be, this video clip now is going to be just 3 seconds long. But I kind of thought, well, that's really cool. And then all I can do is I can come down here and I can just duplicate this page, add it after that page. Oops, I think did that move? No, it didn't. I don't know which page is which now. Let me just go back. So we've got the typewriter effect on that one. So I can just use the arrow, and that's moved it down. So we've now got the typewriter effect, neon effect, and I want to duplicate this neon effect page, but then move that down to the typewriter. So we've got, what we've got is we've got neon effect. No, hang on, let me get this right. We've got typewriter effect, neon effect, typewriter effect, neon effect. And this gives us a, say, 6 second clip. I could go on and duplicate that a bit further if I wanted to, but let me just play this for you and you'll see. I thought that was just really cool. It's combining text effects with animation, and just now it's just I just think it's fantastic. So that's how in Canva you can animate your text, you can add special effects or effects to your text, you can combine the animation with the effects in Canva, and that gives you this really great looking kind of like, well, on this case it's like a neon sign, but just have a play about with it, and you know, tag me on social media. My social media is at Darren Meredith, and yeah, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe down below, and check out all the links to all like the Facebook group and things like that. 45-day free trial of Canva, and until next time, thank you very much and bye for now. You find me loser, set me free. You make me